Georgia Democrat lawmaker endorses Trump's presidential bid. This is most likely Trump's biggest 2020 endorsement. Not only is it from a Democrat, it's from a black Southern Democrat. This is absolutely major. And and predictably, since Vernon Jones went out of pocket, the Democrats pretty much quickly backlash against Vernon Jones. State rep Vernon Jones bucked his party Tuesday and endorsed President Donald Trump, making him the first state-elected Democratic official in Georgia to back the Republicans' bid for a second term. The lawmaker drew a backlash from Democrats who accused him of betrayal at a time when state and national figures were rallying around former Vice President Joe Biden. House Democrats responded by endorsing Jones' primary challenger, while others cast him as a narcissist. Long a polarizing figure in Georgia politics, Jones told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that he views Trump as a transformative president whose policies have helped African-American voters, military veterans, and farmers. It's very similar to me. President Trump's handling the economy, his support for historically black colleges, and his criminal justice initiatives drew me to endorse his campaign, who added he had no immediate plans to switch parties. There's a lot of African Americans who clearly see and appreciate what he's doing, something that's never been done before. When you look at the unemployment rates of black Americans for the pandemic, they're historic lows. That's just a fact. Which is very true. And to be honest, in my opinion, I've made more money in the 3 years of the Trump presidency than I have in the 8 years under Obama. I'm just keeping it 100. And the fact is, a lot of folks on the left aren't even seeing the demographic trend of Latinos and blacks going towards the Democratic Party while he's losing a lot of suburban white people. Basically, this is the CNN, MSNBC audience. So basically, the cats that aren't seeing like the mainstream media version of Trump is actually gaining. I mean, look at the number Latino support, 38%. Joe Biden, Latino support is like in the 20s. I mean, seriously, Democrats are going to have a huge uphill battle to climb in the 2020 election because if you see these numbers, I mean, this looks very good for Donald Trump's reelection. Because I mean, there's a whole number of black men leaving the Democratic Party because it doesn't align with their values. I mean, I left the party after Andrew Yang dropped out because the party basically is more taxes, more government, a lot more surveillance, forced vaccines. Basically putting legal people under strict rules, but yet they let the homeless and criminals do whatever they want. I mean, that's like a two-tier justice system. I mean, it don't make no damn sense to me. That's why I left the Democratic Party, because they don't make no damn sense. And the thing is, their best candidates were Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard, two people who can get a big load of independents out. But the Democrat establishment are elitist and very crony-ish, so they basically just wrapped around and coalesced around Joe Biden, the author of mass incarceration. And the thing the Democrat dumbasses in the establishment don't get is that Trump can run to the left of Biden on criminal justice, which is one of the most important issues for black folks, not climate change. Climate change is a college-educated person's agenda. I mean, for real, ask your average black dude about climate change. I don't give a fuck about no damn climate change. I care about jobs. I care about criminal justice. And I care about healthcare. What is Biden offering? Nothing. And if Biden picks Kamala, I might have to hold my nose a bit and vote for Trump, because I'm not really a Trump supporter, because the guy really, to the end of the day, is a con man. and in reality a bit of a Democrat anyways. He's a New York Democrat. I mean, let's keep it 100 here. That in effect, like, I mean, he has a I mean, in reality, he has a neocon foreign policy. I mean, look who he has. Like, what, Mike Pompeo? That guy is a fucking war hawk, man. I mean, the guy honestly said, like, we lied, the CIA, we lied, we cheated, we stole. Fuck Mike Pompeo. That's why I'm not fucking with Trump, mainly because of the people he's around, and he's a bit of a con man. I mean, Jared Kushner. I mean, how the fuck was he qualified to get? Yeah, I mean, for real. But Kushner came up with a good strategy to get like voters of color, like minority voters, like blacks and Latinos, because I mean, like, this is numbers like George W. Bush had, and it's gonna get higher, especially since a lot of Bernie's policies overlap with Trump's with trade. Yeah, basically mainly trade. Like the Trump Sanders overlap is mainly a trade and globalization overlap. Basically, I mean, a lot of great Latinos, I mean, don't agree with open borders, and they agree with having jobs back in the U.S. I mean, let's keep it real here. I mean, the whole illegal aliens push is basically just Democrats trying to just get votes. That's basically it. That's basically just their free vote. I mean, all like, oh yeah, you just get them to vote for Democrat. That's the game. I mean, I know the game in California. That's basically how they made the state blue. It's just like illegal immigrants. I mean, let's keep it real here. I mean, like, if it wasn't for them, like, the state would still be slightly purplish. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically the Bay Area would be the solid, like, the dark blue area, and then like Southern California would be purple or purple or like very light. I mean, yeah, very like very light blue or purple. I mean, because there's a lot of conservative influence like in Southern California, and a lot of Southern California Latinos are down with Trump too. I mean, the Democrats are just not paying attention at all because they're stuck in this bubble. They're stuck in like this New York, Washington D.C. bubble, and if you see all the media, it's based off that bubble. A lot of people in Hollywood are like based off that New York, D.C. bubble, and they don't really see like most of America or the Bay Area bubble too. They don't really see most of America and a large number of black people leaving the Democratic Party. And for me, like, I'll say Trump gets like 15% of the black vote this election. I mean, it's a good idea. I mean, it's good the Democrats pick Biden. I mean, Biden does have really strong connections with black voters. But when Trump brings up his criminal justice record, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. It's going to be hard to get. It's going to be hard for Biden to get Obama's numbers. I mean, just based off the criminal justice record. But we'll see. So give me a like if you feel this video. Follow me, John Clem 310 on Twitter, and please share and subscribe because YouTube doesn't have much love for Black libertarians in California. Live free. Don't tread on me. Live free or die.